Hello, everybody. Why will it not let me make the comments go live? How's that for weird? Hello, what are you doing? Huh. It isn't letting me set the comments on. Oh, God, there we go. God, Jesus, everything's being weird today. It wasn't letting me turn the comments on that I could actually see them on YouTube and everything. It's there now. So hello, YouTubers, etc. All right, you guys are there now. That was very strange. All right, hopefully you're there. YouTube Substack. Let me get here we go. Substack and Instagram. Come on. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Instagram go live. There we go. Substack is already live. I just need to find it. There's Substack. There's 4 Substackers. Okay, good. Phew. Tanya, hello. All right, that's good. All right. We're in better shape now. This was very weird, but I think we're better now. That's strange. My browser is still being a little odd, but that's okay. Huh. It's being a little weird. Being a little weird today, the browser. I don't know why. Huh. Why it's doing that? Weird. Nope. Okay, whatever. If browser wants to be weird, browser wants to be weird. That's fine. All right. I'm shutting some of my other stuff down. Okay. Good enough. Weird, but good enough. Oh, Photoshop's open. That's probably not helping. All right. Anyway, good evening, everybody. I'm going to start. Actually, I did not start TikTok yet. I'm trying to close some of the other screens. I've got so many screens open here. Dear Lord. That's part of the problem. All right. TikTok's ready to go live. Oops. And we are good. Hopefully, YouTube is working. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Sasha's doing good today, actually. She's doing very well. Oh, really? Are you trying to drive me crazy? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What is it doing? Something. I'm going to refresh my screen for StreamYard, etc. Hang on, YouTubers. All right, let's see. That should be better. Okay. It's being very weird today. That should be better though. Okay. All right. Everything's being strange today. I don't know why. Anyway, hello TikTok. I'm having tech issues. You know me with my tech issues, as always. Always fun. Okay, I need to relax now. Sorry, I've been like running around busy all day today. Like I had a vet appointment. Okay, vet appointment though. Sasha had her monthly shot, which helps her arthritis. So I had to go do that. It's just like I had to go shopping for food. Like just a lot of errands that got my day like discombobulated a little bit. I didn't flip TikTok again. All right, hang on. There we go. It's so funny you guys notice it because I don't notice. People on TikTok notice when I don't flip the screen. When I don't mirror the screen. And it's funny because I don't even notice. Like I look at the screen and it looks totally normal to me. I think it's so funny that the TikTokers are able to see that the screen is somehow different. Because like I said, to me, it's totally normal. There's like nothing. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Oh my God, how weird. There's like nothing off seeing it flipped. It's the weirdest thing. Anyway, it's normal now. This should be the normal setup or no? I don't even know what the normal setup is because TikTok screwed it up. This is the normal one, right? No, this is the right way, isn't it? Hold on. I can always tell if I show you my notes. Yeah, my notes are written the correct way. This is the normal way. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, no, I've just been busy today. I'm like trying to, I just had like tons of shit. It's like, oh my God. So I'm fine. I'm just like, Sasha's good. She had a good day. I'm just busy, Mirror John. Exactly. Just busy today. So I get to relax with you guys. So and there's news today. There's not a ton of news today. I will say it's kind of a slow news day. But that's okay. What do you want, dog? Hi. No, really? The show starts. She knows. So she got out of bed and now she's begging for snacks. Of course. Because my dog knows. She knows. Anyway, welcome everybody. John Aravosis here. We're going to talk about the latest news. My dog's going to whine and want stuff. She gets water. She doesn't get treats. Hey, seriously? You're not getting treats. No, cut it out. Anyway, yeah, there's not a lot of news today. So, I mean, we've got news. We're going to talk about it. But as always, please keep the gifts coming, guys. I appreciate your gifts. TikTok, YouTube, etc. Fans are good too. The super fans, members on YouTube. I'm going to yawn at you too. Oh my God. Oh my God. But I'm having my ginger tea again. A little too much sugar, but again, it's good for my throat though. Maybe I'll have to try like just some warm water and honey for my throat at some point. Probably would be a good thing too. But we're going to let Sasha roam a bit, and then I'm going to have to go grab her before she eats all my plants. Yeah, sugar. I mean, there's a lot of sugar in the tea. Oh, hello. Oh, it's those money. That's cute, Sandria. The pirate's hat Sandria gave me on TikTok said to shake. It gives me instructions. It says shake your head. I was like, okay. As I shake my head, it throws gold doubloons or whatever out, which is very funny. Anyway, all right, guys, let's get rolling. So, good news and bad news. Actually, typical Trump news. Trump has screwed everybody but himself. The administration announced today they are killing Donald Trump's $1.8 billion slush fund for the criminals. Now, first of all, just because they say they're killing it doesn't mean they're killing it. This is the Trump people, right? Who knows? But as of for right now, they say they're killing it. Too much political opposition from the Republicans. Keep in mind, Trump wanted to give money to the domestic terrorists who tried to overthrow the government on January 6th. Lots of other criminals, too. Members of Congress, even Republican members who let Trump do anything he wants, were not thrilled about Trump giving money to people because they tried to beat up cops or because they beat up cops. That's literally the reason they were arrested, was because they beat up cops. So the fund has been killed, and I knew it because he didn't mention it. I just Googled the side deal that all of Trump's taxes can no longer be audited. That still stands. So they still have banned the Internal Revenue Service from auditing Trump, his family, or his businesses for any crimes that they've already committed. Any and all crimes they've committed have been forgiven. All of them. For Trump alone, the potential value is $100 million. $100 million. So Trump basically screwed everybody else and took $100 million himself. What a surprise. Now I've got to go yell at my dog because she's out there eating my plants again, and I don't want her eating my plants. So give me a quick second here. Okay, what are you doing? Hey. Come on, I'm kind of busy here. Let's go. Kind of doing a show. Thank you. A little bit busy here. Jeez. No respect from the dog. Absolutely no respect for the. She's just like there. She was under my chair eating something, la la la. Whether this stuff can be reversed by the next president, who knows? I just saw somebody ask that, Mikey. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. Here's the problem. It depends what it is. If it's a legitimate settlement of a lawsuit, then no, because they would draw papers and they would say, for example, the federal government gives away any right to investigate Donald Trump's taxes, and Donald Trump gives away any right to sue us for releasing his taxes. Of course, it was already too late for Trump to file the lawsuit, so he didn't have any right. So the judge you could potentially argue and say the settlement agreement is invalid because it is fraudulent, like the judge said, because there's no, consideration being offered in the law. Basically meaning the government gave Trump something and Trump gave them nothing in return. Trump said, I won't sue you on the lawsuit that's already too late to sue you on. That's not offering me anything, right? It's a scam, but who knows? Who knows? The judge is still looking at this, thank God. So even though the money's not involved, part of the settlement is giving Trump a possibly $100 million benefit to no consideration, exactly. giving Trump $100 benefit, $100 million benefit, potentially to not investigate his taxes, his family taxes, his business taxes. And I am hoping the judge will still go after him on that because it still is bullshit, basically, right? So we're going to see. But anyway, my neighbors, I mean, I'm inside. I think the neighbors, if they can hear, are always laughing because I'm always going outside yelling things at my dog, All right. I'm just looking to see where there she is. Okay, good. She's going to lay in her bed, or in this case, stand in her bed. There you go. All right. Yeah, no, she's good today. We did a nice walk. She went to the vet, got her little shot. She gets her little Librela shot, which helps for her arthritis. So that should kick in. For her, it kicks in pretty quickly, a day or two, I think. But she was in pretty good shape today. So she got her hair cut, so she looks like a shark or something. Her hair changes colors every time. Now she's got like a big stripe down her back because she's a weirdo. So another big development today, really dangerous. Really, really dangerous. Trump appointed a new director of national intelligence. Now, he's horrible. He's totally unqualified. But when I say he's totally unqualified, I mean he's totally unqualified. He has no experience in intelligence, okay? Totally. And Trump appointed him because he's a political pit bull who breaks the law to go after Trump's political enemies. So Trump is putting as the top intelligence guy in the country, intelligence community, a guy whose only qualification for the job is he breaks the law to go after Trump's political enemies. As the top intelligence chief, somebody who breaks the law to go after Trump's enemies. That is scary as F. It's even worse because the director of national intelligence, okay? I'm going to try to explain this. It's not easy. I mean, I studied this in graduate school, but it's still not easy to sort of explain. But, I didn't study this in graduate school because the job was changed after 9/11. But basically, director of national intelligence works in the White House and is supposed to oversee the entire intelligence community. The intelligence community, interestingly enough, thank you, Succeed, pick a goat. The intelligence community, interestingly enough, there are something like, I seem to remember, Succeed wants a Halloween goat. Good timing, though, considering how scary this story is. This is quite appropriate. Thank you, M. Stamp, for the confetti. One more time for the scary intelligence chief. Exactly, Michael. So, Director of National Intelligence is a job at the White House that oversees the intelligence community overall. Thank you, Diana. The intelligence community, I want to say there's 20, give or take, intelligence agencies. Bill Pulte is his name, P-U-L-T-E. There's something like 20, I mean, give or take, a huge number of it. The Army has its own intelligence agency. There's lots of intelligence agencies, but the famous ones are CIA, National Security Agency, DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency, and then it gets a little less famous as you go on. The reason this job was set up, that there was this sort of overarching intelligence chief at the White House, is because of September 11th, when America got hit September 11, 2001, and the Bush administration didn't see it coming, even though there were warnings. And the thinking was, or the conclusion was, that there was lots of intelligence suggesting this was coming, but the right hand didn't know what the left hand was doing. And the director of national intelligence would be somebody at the White House. Thank you, son, for the, a very cool gift. Thank you for that. Would be somebody at the White House who's looking at all of the agencies and putting it all together. So September 11th won't happen again. Well, the guy that Donald Trump just picked today to stop September 11th from happening again is a housing guy. His expertise is housing. That's it. That's his expertise. His expertise is not national defense. It's not intelligence. It's not spying. It's not even foreign policy. It's housing. He currently is, I'm going to pull up this exactly. He currently is the director of Federal Housing Finance Agency. The director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency. He also is the chairman of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which I still don't understand what they do, but they do with buying and with mortgages and that kind of stuff, right? He's already got 2 jobs. The guy has 2 jobs already. He's the head of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. He's the head of the Federal Housing Finance Agency. Trump has made him this new job, overseeing the intelligence community to stop the next 9/11, as his third job. He has 2 other full-time jobs in the government. This is his third full-time job in the government he's being given to stop the next 9/11, because Trump and the Republicans don't think it's that important of a job stopping the next 9/11. So we can give it to somebody who's busy working 2 other full-time jobs. I mean, seriously, this is how dangerous and scary this is. He's got 3 jobs, people. 3 jobs. And like I said, not only is he not focusing on protecting our country from a terrorist attack full time, but he has no experience doing it. His experience is real estate. Oh, but it gets better. Guess why Trump picked him? Okay? Guess why Trump picked him? One sec. Sip of my tea. Remember, somebody in the Trump administration was probably breaking the law by going through all the mortgage records of Senator Adam Schiff, of Letitia James, of that Lisa Cook woman, the woman who was at the Federal Reserve. You want to go again? All right, go. What was it? Letitia James, Lisa Cook, who was the woman at the Federal Reserve. Remember, somebody working for Trump was going through all of the private mortgage records and trying to find dirt on Trump's political enemies? It's this guy. This is the guy who went through the private mortgage files, the mortgage records, to find dirt on anybody Donald Trump doesn't like and leaked it publicly. That's who he is. That's why he was picked for the top intelligence job in the White House, the job created to stop the next 9/11, September 11th, because he's a political hack who potentially breaks the law in order to hurt Donald Trump's personal enemies. That's why he got hired. I mean, it's sick. And again, I mean, I'm not surprised because we knew who Donald Trump was. But as I always say, this is what happens when you elect a blithering idiot as president. This is what happens. He does blithering idiot things. He's putting all of our lives at danger. Literally, this job was created to stop the next 9/11. And the guy who was hired to stop the next 9/11 is a housing expert who's already got 2 other jobs and has no experience in intelligence, national security, defense, foreign policy, nothing. Nothing. Sickening. Bill Pulte. Yeah. And again, let's wait and see if he's going to use the intelligence community to go after Trump's political enemies, which will be such a violation of U.S. law. It's not even funny. Yeah. But of course, these guys will. Very scary stuff. Now, I need to go yell at my dog one more time because she's eating things again on my balcony. You know how it goes. Okay, I see you. Let's do it. All right, go on. Thank you. All right, thank you. All right, that wasn't too bad this time. Not too bad this time. What else we got? Dr. Oz was asked. I know you guys get a little Sasha cam. Dr. Oz was asked today, why does Donald Trump keep taking so many physicals if he's okay? He's taken 3 physicals in the last year. Most people take 1 in a year. Thank you, Sadie, for the gift. And Dr. Oz's response was that Trump takes so many physicals and tests because he likes passing them. Because he does so well when he takes physicals and the numbers are so good. Yep, thank you, Invisible. The numbers are so good that he takes more of them than he needs to because it's really fun to pass them so well. Really? Goes to a physical for this and taking blood and all that because it's really fun to give blood and have somebody do this to you to check your prostate? I mean, really? Really? I mean, it's of course he's lying. Of course he's lying. I mean, of course he's lying, right? It's absolute. It's just, but again, the lies from these people It's the health of the president. Boy, they sure cared about the health of the president when it was Joe Biden. But when it's Donald Trump, thank you, Brown-eyed. Right? When it's Donald Trump, nobody cares. I mean, we care, but you know what I mean. Nobody else cares. What else we got? Trump's Board of Peace. Trump's Board of Peace has stalled. It doesn't have any money. What a surprise. Oh, my God. Trump's Board of Peace had promised $17 billion for Gaza. All the countries got together and promised $17 billion for Gaza. Thank you, Brown-eyed. Almost none of it has been collected. Almost none of it. One big scam. Well, that's what I'd like to know because keep in mind, there was supposed to be, remember, to be a permanent member, you had to give $1 billion each, and allegedly 5 countries gave $1 billion, and keep in mind, people always forget this. Trump's little Board of Peace is not a U.S. government organization. It's not an international organization. It's a private company that Donald Trump is the chairman of. When Donald Trump stops being president and leaves office, he will still be head of the Board of Peace until the day he dies because it's his company. The president of the United States, the next president, will not be the head of the Board of Peace. That's how freaking bad this is. He set up a private company that he runs and has foreign countries giving $1 billion each to Donald Trump to run his own private company. Again, Hunter freaking Biden was accused of doing something with $24 million. $24 million. With the Board of Peace alone, Trump has taken in $5 billion from what they claim. Then you've got, right, Air Force One that he's taking, $1.4 billion. I mean, the list, the crypto deal, which was a couple billion, the list goes on and on and on and on with these guys. 24 million was what they went nuts over Hunter Biden for. And in Trump's case, 5, 6, I don't even know how many billions it is now, right? And the degree to which this family has enriched itself while Trump has been president. Yeah. This is a horrible story. New York Times. I'm going to read this. The Trump administration is dismantling a $368 million deep ocean observation system that was put in place a decade ago to monitor coastal environments, marine ecosystems, and powerful currents that affect global climate. The National Science Foundation said it would send ships in June to begin removing more than 900 deep sea instruments anchored off Oregon, Washington State, Alaska, North Carolina, and an area between Greenland and Iceland known as the Irminger Sea. Scientists have used data from the system to understand how the ocean is absorbing greenhouse gases from the atmosphere, how changes in ocean temperature, such as marine heat waves, might affect fisheries or signal bigger shifts in the climate and coastal flooding along the East Coast. The Republicans are dismantling information, scientific research to keep an eye on climate change because they don't believe in climate change. So they're literally going to just kill all of the research that is out there to try to protect our coasts and our farmlands and our states from climate change. This is sick, this stuff that's happening. It's absolutely sick. This is what happens, again, when you elect people who don't believe in science, people who like to make all sorts of bullshit claims about science, right? And we know all the bullshit these people have claimed about science. They don't believe in science. And they therefore are dismantling everything that we've got. And again, we're going to have to rebuild all of this stuff. And honestly, I don't care anymore what it costs. These guys, Trump's already spending $2 trillion a year in deficit spending. Screw it. Just screw it. At this point, every single thing they dismantle has to be rebuilt. And I don't care if it costs another $2 trillion at this point. Too bad for the deficit. We're rebuilding everything he knocks down, and everything he builds is getting knocked down. Even the ballroom should get knocked down. It's going to have a drone port. Screw the drone port, right? Knock everything down. That stupid arch he's going to build, the German World War II arch he wants to build in Northern Virginia, knock it down. All this shit should just be knocked down. Everything this guy does. Absolutely sickening, right? Rebuild the East Wing at this point. I would just rebuild it because the point is, you tell the Republicans, you want to steal taxpayer money to abuse our country for your vanity projects when you don't want to focus on things like inflation. Fine. We are telling you right now, we're going to knock it down. So if you're going to do stupid stuff, you're going to waste the money. but know that anything you build will get knocked down. I mean, ridiculous. I don't remember that one, Justin. Let me give the dog a little bit of water. Oh, thank you, Gene. Let me give the dog a little bit of water just in case. You get water. That's all you're getting, though. All you're getting is some water here. There you go. You get nothing else. You'll get nothing else, Jon Snow. What else we got? Oh, this was the quote. This was the Dr. Oz quote about why Trump keeps going for all his physicals. Thank you, JPT. Why Trump keeps going for all his physicals. Reporter, if the president's in such perfect health, why does he keep going back in for checkups? Dr. Oz, he likes the results. He does really well. He aces the test every single day. He aces the test every single day. That's why he's gone for 4 dementia tests as well, because he so doesn't have dementia, right? He so doesn't have dementia that he wants to do another dementia test because it shows how much he doesn't. These excuses don't even. I mean, of course they don't make any sense because they're lying. You know that. National Guard. So you guys may be familiar with the National Guard. Trump's been spending millions of dollars, $1.5 million a day, having the National Guard walk through Washington, D.C. We were just coming back from Trader Joe's today, saw our little buddies with the National Guard that I talked to previously. They were very nice. They thought I was waving to them. I wasn't. I mean, they thought I was waving, so they all said hi, and I was like, hi. What do you do? I mean, I don't fault them, right? Because they're working for a fascist state, but I can't fault them. So they were very nice. I said hi. But the problem is the National Guard was walking at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a beautiful sunny summer day. They're in a very nice neighborhood walking by a very nice park. They're not needed walking around in the middle of the afternoon in my neighborhood or whatever. They're just not needed. This is at night, all of Washington could use the National Guard at night. During the day, most parts of Washington don't need the National Guard. They're wasting the money, $1.5 million a day. It's really freaking annoying. Because like I said, these guys, nice guys, they're not going to be so nice guys when they use them to try to steal the election, but, nice guys, but why do we need them? But anyway, new study showed, Trump said the main purpose of putting the National Guard in Washington was to decrease violent crime. New study shows it didn't decrease violence crime at all. Zero is how effective it was. It did stop auto thefts. It stopped crimes of convenience where they saw the National Guard guys walking around, didn't want to steal cars. So it did cut auto thefts, which is good. Not violent crime, which is what Trump said it was going to. And honestly, $1.5 million a day to stop auto thefts, we could pay people. I doubt there's $1.5 million a day in auto thefts in DC. I wouldn't think. I'm kind of guessing there isn't, right? We could just simply pay for those auto thefts and do better than $1.5 million with the National Guard. What else we got? The Russians. There was a large Russian attack against Ukraine last night. 656 drones, 72 missiles. Zelensky says to expect another massive Russian attack this evening. And finally, a group of conservative MAGA influencers decided to accept Russia's offer for an all-expenses paid trip to Russia. And they're over there. Candace Owens, that lunatic. Thank you, Cricket. Appreciate the chicken. Candace Owens is there. The Tate brothers, or at least one of them, the Tate guy. I love the Tate guys because the Tate guys are the perfect mass MAGA. We're like, they're real macho. Everybody's really macho. Why are these guys that are all macho look like all of my gay friends? Like, I don't understand what it is. They don't even look like my gay friends. My gay friends look actually less gay. I don't really understand. I mean, I'm gay. I don't really understand how all these MAGA guys who profess. Remember that guy on Twitter? What was his name? The guy on Twitter, Trump appointed him as ambassador to somewhere crazy. And he was the guy that was always like, my masculinity, my 10-point plan for the women finding me masculine. And he was like this really goofy guy. The Tate brother, I'm telling you, the Tate brothers, so masculine. It's like, okay, you're very masculine. I mean, I'm certainly not going to guess as to their sexual orientation, but I can certainly tell you how they seem. Masculine would not be what I think. Am I tan? Might be. I take the dog. We go for a walk. I take the dog for a walk, and I've got another neighbor I walk with every other day, and I do tend to get tan in the summer. I put on, I do put on my sunscreen, protect myself, but nonetheless, I'm Greek. We get tan. So anyway, I do not find the Tates attractive. I do find them pretty effeminate, but not very attractive, which is fine. You're allowed to be effeminate, but I don't think being like, we are macho men and we are more macho than the women. This kind of, pretending you're a caveman towards women and being really effeminate, to me, seems contradictory. I don't think any man should be a caveman towards women, right? I'm He-Man. But if you're going to act that way, it would help if you weren't effeminate, which I think so many of these guys are. But, oh well, I'm not the one wearing makeup. That's their political movement. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, okay. That's enough of my ginger tea. Too sweet. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get some water. My ginger tea is getting way too sweet now. More water. One moment. Ooh, la, 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 la. There we go. All right. Okay. There we go. Metrosexual. That's what we used to call it. Although metrosexual tended to mean straight guys who weren't afraid to be kind of gay. I think in the MAGA movement, we've got a lot of something else that Sasha, really unbelievable. I don't get the impression with the MAGA guys that you were dealing with straight guys who aren't afraid to look kind of gay. I get the sense that you're dealing with gay guys who are afraid to look kind of gay and think they're coming across straight, and they're really not. For many of these guys, it's what it feels like. As a gay man myself. Thank you, Jen. Oh, that's great. Don't trash me. I was like panda dumpster fire. I know lemon, which I should do that. The lemon and honey I should do. Yep, I know. Anyway. And dancing to the YMCA, that's true. Exactly. Dancing to YMCA. Again, like, okay. Your leader puts on makeup and plays with his hair 2 hours a day and dances to the YMCA and uses his hands, and his big, 9/10 of his job is decorating his house. But that's okay. Thank you, Sadie. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Keeping an eye on Miss Trouble over there. Anyway, so we're done with the that was it for the news. I mean, we hang and we talk. We'll talk about whatever news you want to talk about. But that was it for the news. As I said, it wasn't a very newsy day today, not terribly newsy. So I don't know. Anyway, what else, guys? What else is going on? What he did, what Trump did to the microphone? I don't remember. What did Trump do to the microphone? I don't remember what that was about. Wait, the Tates have said that men are more attractive than women. Well, wait, I saw that, but I wasn't sure if that was true. I saw. Here's the problem. Too many people share stuff. Okay. Too many people share quotes online now that they get from other people, and half of them are lies. Like the Trump stuff. I mean, again, it's not my job to help Donald Trump, so I don't. But a lot of the quotes they share from Trump are fake. And like I always see them, half of the ones on Facebook are fake. And I always look at it and go, that's not real. Then again, I don't like the man. He's an evil person, so it's not my job to help him by saying that Trump is, that quote is fake. But a lot of stuff is. So like I saw the Tate brothers quote about women wearing makeup, but people share so much fake stuff. I don't know if it's real. So I don't know if it's real. I tried Googling it and didn't find any confirmation. And too many people share stuff that they haven't confirmed is real. So like, like I said, you can't even trust anymore when you see stuff shared online. Unless it's shared by like big media people or something, then I trust it. Let's see where my crazy dog went. Then I'll trust it, right? If it was like a media person or somebody who's big. What you doing? Hi. What are you doing? You're not going out there again, though. Thank you. Not again. Not for a while. Not for a while, crazy. Thank you. Thank you. Who was the dog? Oh, that was Brown-Eyed. Thank you, Brown-Eyed. Yeah, Sasha's walking around. I mean, she hasn't had any bad days, but she's got like days where she's walking a little more uncomfortable and days where she's less comfortable. Today, she's been quite comfortable. And she had her shot that should help a lot. I don't think the shot's kicking in yet. Just my impression was today she just was in good shape overall, Yeah, Trump has not been cited. It is true. Trump has been missing since his doctor's report of a week ago. He hasn't been seen in public at all. That is true. I read a report on it today. I was going to mention it. Forgot to mention it. So that's a little weird. That's very weird. Okay, typical of Trump, Voting going on in California for what? Are there primaries today or something? June 2nd? Probably, I guess. That would be my guess. Anyway, it is. It's been like a quiet news day today. I don't know why. Relatively quiet, I would say. Something's going on with him, though. Something's going on with him. I don't know. Oh, what else, guys? I may adjust this and sit back. I'm in the mood to sit back today. Adjust my screens and relax. Marco was interviewed. I did see something about Rubio being interviewed. The dog was on the couch. I did see something about Marco being. Trump needs something. But it's his birthday wrestle. I won't be going to that. I did not make my voice appointment. I forgot. I know. I've actually got the guy's business card sitting around here somewhere. Ooh, maybe it's right here. Am I being a crazy person? I think it's going to be right here. Or not. It is right here. Ha-ha! Well, thank you for bringing it up. Well, now at least I've got the business card. I will put it right here by my computer, so at least I'll see it tomorrow. The story from yesterday. The other stories, I threw them out, of course, right before the show. One of them was that big surprise. The dog is 16 and a half. Demos. One of the stories is Hegseth, Secretary of Defense, is basically removing blacks and women from the promotion list for admirals, for one-star admirals. He removed a bunch of blacks and women, basically black men and women, because they're black and because they're women. And people internally said that's why he was doing it, because they were black and they were women. And he basically assumed that if you're getting promoted and you're black, you don't deserve it. And if you're a woman and you're getting promoted, you don't deserve it. Sickening stuff from these people, absolutely sickening. And again, they got promoted because there's actually a merit board inside the Pentagon that looks at how well you've done. They decide to promote you based on merit. She's just walking around doing her thing, right? And he just decided you're black or you're a woman. So per se, you obviously didn't deserve it. Sick. I mean, totally expected and totally sick still, That was one of them. I don't remember what the other story was. It was like I took like a longer segment from the New York Times. That's why I didn't get to it, because it was like there was so much to it. There were like 5 paragraphs that I didn't really have time to read it, or I was just so sort of tired at that point. Anyway, yeah, they're horrible people. Oh, excuse me. But I am very excited. We went by Trader Joe's today. I got my brownie mix. They make the best. You guys recommended it. Oh my God. Trader Joe's brownie mix is to die for. Somebody here recommended it. Oh my God. I did have, by the way, the worst brownie mix on the planet. There was some recent survey and they said, because like brownies, I make my own brownies from scratch, but they're a pain in the ass to make from scratch. It takes time. It takes some time. Whereas a mix in 20 seconds, it's in the oven, right? Well, Trader Joe's truly is the best I've ever had. Like I said, you guys recommended it. You were right. Well, I look, and I'm trying to remember if it was America's Test Kitchen. Somebody went and reviewed brownie mixes and said, oh, the top brownie mix we find, surprised everybody. It was Bob's Red Mill. So I go on Amazon and like it was kind of expensive if you bought one, but if you bought 4 as a pack, they were pretty cheap. So I bought 4 as a pack. They were still like $4.50 each. They weren't cheap. And it was the worst brownies I've ever eaten in my entire life. These things were a piece of crap. I am telling you, Bob's is great for various things. You don't want to touch his brownies. They're a piece of crap. They don't have any chocolate taste at all. I'm telling you, I was so pissed off. I gave them away. I made the brownies, and I think I've even got the picture. Sasha's groomer was here. I gave her the brownies I made because I didn't want to eat them. I mean, anybody who knows me not wanting to eat brownies, they were so gross. I was like, I'm not even eating these. I gave them to the groomer. I then asked her, I was like, do you like brownie mix? She goes, yeah. She goes, first, I had her try it, and she goes, you're right. She goes, they're kind of sweet. I don't really taste chocolate. And I said, exactly. I said, they look like brownies. They feel like brownies, but they don't have any kind of brownie. They don't have any kind of brownie taste to them. See if I can find this. Like I said, I may have deleted it already. Oh no, here it is. Well, here's one thing. First of all, this was the next day. The next day, all I had eaten of the brownies was the first night I tried this little sliver on the side, and it was terrible. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to leave them till the morning. Maybe they'll be good in the morning. So I left it till the morning, and I had this little piece up there. That's it. I didn't touch. For me to make brownies, and 24 hours later, this is what was left. That's how bad they were. But they look great. I mean, they literally look good. But I love when I gave them to Sasha's groomer, and she goes, Carob, that's exactly what it tastes like. She goes, I don't taste chocolate. And I said, exactly. Blondies are quite good. This was just the consistency of a brownie with no chocolate flavor and more sugar. Anyway, horrific stuff. They're supposed to be very good. I mean, Bob's, I bought some of their other stuff. They're very good brand. No, I was pissed. I did a review. I was pissed. I did, yeah. So yeah. Well, but it pissed me off because some idiot put them as the top of the list of the best American brownie mix. Betty Crocker is better than this. Literally a cheap $2 brownie mix from the grocery. I'm not even saying it as a joke. A cheap $2 brownie mix from the grocery store is not bad. They're not bad. I'm a huge food. I'm not a huge food snob. I'm a huge food lover, right? So Trader Joe's top of the list. Ghirardelli's good, below Trader Joe's. Homemade, excellent, top of the list. But those cheap Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines, or whatever, they're really good. I mean, they're good brownies. But these things, piece of crap. Okay, I'll stop talking. It's just pissing me off. But they were just pieces of crap. I just don't like. I spent $20 on them because I'm like, they were also. I'm kind of thinking like, well, how bad could I bought 4 because I was like, how bad can they be? Right? They're brownie mixes. Brownie mixes, even bad brownie mixes are great in America. Bad brownie mixes are great, right? So I thought, how bad can it be? I'll buy the 4-pack. It's cheaper with the 4-pack. Yeah. Anyway. No, but Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines, all of them, they're good brownies. They're cheap brownies, but they're good brownies, Anyway. Very upset. As you can see, this upset me. Also, it upset me because I am a huge food connoisseur and I'm a huge chocolate connoisseur. You don't screw with American brownies. Thank you, Chazak. You could doctor them, but why? I thought about it, but I was like, why? I'm going to take some of my good cocoa. I'm going to take some of my good chocolate chips to make bad brownie mix taste better. And I was like, thank you, Tarot. And also, what if it doesn't work? Now I've wasted cocoa, which is very expensive, and chocolate chips which are very expensive, right? To make bad brownie mix taste better. I thought about it and I was like, I'm not doing this. Also, they were too sweet. They're too sweet. So that was me. The other thought I had was they're already too sweet. I mean, and again, I love dessert. So when I say too sweet, your warning bell should go off, right? Too sweet means you eat it, you go, oh, I don't think I could eat more of these, right? So I was like, even if I put more chocolate, it's going to be Yeah, I thought about it, but also the recipe takes 2 eggs, which also pissed me off because I was like, eggs have gotten cheaper now, but 2 eggs for a bad brownie mix? Anyway, thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Louise. Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't see Tanya. Did he yell at another female reporter, Trump? I did not see that. Did not see that. I mean, I believe you because that sounds typical for him yelling at a female reporter, of course, but I didn't see that one. A bad batch of Bob's brownies? I don't think so because they weren't bad. They just had no flavor, you know? Greek yogurt brownies. Interesting. Yeah, but if you add more, what do you think happens if you add more flour to brownies that have no flavor, right? They aren't just less sweet. They're now going to be cake. Not even cake. They're going to be a rock. You can't just add flour to again, the recipe was correct in terms of substance. If you add more flour, it's going to turn into cake. Or it's going to turn into a rock, actually more than cake. It's going to be worse than cake. It's going to be a rock because cake is a lighter mix. Cake is more fluid. Brownies are a much thicker mix. So you can't. You'd have to add more flour. You'd have to add more liquid, more oil, maybe more egg, more chocolate. And at that point, I'm like, okay, this is getting ridiculous, you know? Anyway, trust me, that like it was. I was not going to waste my good cocoa, chocolate powder for this crap because that stuff's gotten expensive now too. Cocoa in general, any chocolatey stuff, Oh man. Anyway, that's funny. Oh, I already added coffee to it. I'm ahead of you, caffeinated. I added a little bit of cinnamon. I added a little bit of instant espresso. I added a little bit of vanilla, which are the things you always add to brownie mix, if you're wise. Greek yogurt with the chocolate. What do you do with the Greek yogurt? Yeah, but I've got very good scratch recipes. The best scratch recipe I've got is from David Leibowitz, and it takes time. I mean, it's not easy. You got to melt the butter and then melt the chocolate in the butter. And then in a pan with a electric mixer, you're slowly adding cornstarch to it with an electric mixer. It's in a frying pan, like using the handheld mixer. It's not fun. It's a great recipe, but it's not a fun recipe. Carob, ugh. Hey, what's the matter with you? She's in whiny mode now for whatever reason. That's funny about Bob's. I did not know that. What are you adding the yogurt to? I saw you guys discussing the Greek yogurt, but what are you adding it to? How to make the best cinnamon rolls? There's good recipes out there. I mean, I've never found a perfect recipe. Explosions in Kuwait, Bahrain, and Iraq. Great. But there are good cinnamon roll recipes. I haven't tried any. Also, because cinnamon rolls are really fattening, so I tend not to, buy them. Oh, you want to go out and eat my plants again? You go, girl. You go. All right. She gets bored, so I let her go so she doesn't get bored. Greek yogurt brownies. Huh. But you mean you put it in the brownie mix and what, instead of oil or something, or what? I don't know. Tony's chocolate are good. Those Tony chocolate bars, a neighbor got me those for watching his cats. Oh my God, they're good. They're a little sweet. They're delicious. They're a little sweet. Yep. So Bahrain, Kuwait, Bahri, and Iraqi military say they're under attack. Yep. What a surprise. Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. I think the Pillsbury cinnamon rolls are pretty good. Those pills, I think they're actually pretty good. That's funny you say that. I think they're different, but they're very good. I think. Belgian chocolate. I'm trying to think of, I can't remember the best chocolate I've had. Belgian chocolate is supposed to be very good. One of my favorite chocolates in Paris, and we looked it up the other day, I guess, and it's a French it's a French chocolate, even though the name of the store is Jeff de Bruges, Bruges, Belgium, I guess, or whatever. But it's French chocolate, but it's delicious. I loved it. One of my favorite chocolates. But just depends. Greek yogurt adds moisture to baked goods. Its thick and creamy texture makes brownies. Yes, but what does that mean? What does that mean? You take a brownie mix and you add yogurt to it instead of what? Otherwise, it's going to be too wet. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. You put the Greek yogurt in the brownie mix as a form of protein. Again, I don't know what that means. You can't just add it or you'd screw up your mix. Are you adding it instead of eggs? Are you adding it instead of oil? You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's going to be too wet. Or you're saying it's a complete recipe that incorporates. Now, it might be a complete recipe, a Greek yogurt brownie recipe. That might be it. That's what I'm wondering is it may be something like that. You can't just do an addition to. That shouldn't work. Typically, you'd have to balance it because yogurt is a lot of liquid. You can't just add more liquid to a recipe and hope it works. Yeah, I've heard of the Dubai stuff. It's supposed to be very good. All right, I'm going to go get the dog from eating my plants again. La, 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 la. La, la, la. I see you. Hi. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, let's go. I saw that. Let's go. Yeah, small pile of dirt. Saw that one. She's got her face down on the ground, and there's just a little specks of dirt all over the cement. Oh, the thing is, she's been eating dirt for 2 years. She ate it when she was a puppy, and she's back to eating dirt again. Her blood tests are totally normal. Who the hell knows? She's 16 and a half, and she's evil. She's a conniving little dog at this point, The burp walk. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, no, that's my asking is correct. Baking is chemistry. You got to keep the chemical reactions balanced. You also have just a texture problem. You can't just put more liquid in a baking recipe and hope it turns out. If you put more liquid in cookies, the cookies are going to fall apart. And right, if you put more liquid in brownies, they're not going to cook and they're going to boil. It's just you can't just add something. Typically, for example, exactly, Chrissy said, I use applesauce instead of oil. Bingo. That's the kind of stuff you do. You basically, if you're going to add something like applesauce or yogurt or something, typically you would do it instead of something else, another liquid, usually oil, maybe eggs. Sometimes people, I think, will do stuff in lieu of eggs, I think. What do you mean, Laura? You mean you literally just added it to a brownie mix? You just added yogurt or what? That's sort of what I'm trying to figure out is what you guys did. Oh, that's funny. Rombo says, my grandmother would add ginger ale to pancakes to make them fluffy. How funny. That's funny. Well, because pancakes could have water. They could have milk. And if you adjust the rest of the recipe so that it's not too sweet, it's not a bad idea. Using soda pop as baking soda, that's very funny. And ginger in pancakes would be interesting, or ginger ale probably would be good. 7-Up, yeah, that's funny. Luna said 7-Up. I've never heard of that before. That's very funny. Well, because I could imagine, if you think about it, maple syrup or whatever you use, but maple flavor would go very well with ginger. Even 7-Up, maple flavor with ginger it would go better. But even with 7-Up, it would go. Coke, even Coca-Cola would work, to be honest, because Coca-Cola would have a little bit. No way. You were there a minute ago. You think I'm stupid? No. She's jumping on the door. Let me out. This was a minute ago. I caught you eating dirt. No. Stop it. I caught her eating dirt a minute ago. Emu. Emmanuel. Will you stop? I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to pick you up and show you on the show. I'm going to show you on the show as your punishment. Oh, yeah, she got her haircut. I think I showed you guys her haircut. Oh, she's standing on the mic. Fine, stand on my microphone, smarty pants. Is that what we're going to own the show with my microphone? Yeah, is that what we're doing? Okay. So evil. Literally was out there licking dirt off the ground, caught her, brought her in, and she's jumping on the door like the best part is she's jumping on the door like, I've got to go out. No, you're jumping on the door because you want to eat dirt. But yeah, oh, there you go. Now she's not standing anymore. I know. We're making little noises too. I know. Oh my God, it's so hard to be you. I know. Life is really difficult. You're a senior now and you just want to eat dirt all day in your retirement. I know. Don't we all? We all wish we could just eat dirt in our retirement. Yeah? You're being pretty good. You're being pretty good. I think she got a little bit of breath from my breath when I talked, and gets a little scared. Since her vision is 50-50, sometimes like puffs of air scare her because she thinks it means she's running into something. You know, she is pretty. She's a very sweet dog, but drives me insane with this kind of crap. Literally, she's jumping on the door like, I've got to go out. Like, no, you don't. Literally a minute ago, you were eating dirt. You don't have to go out. I know you don't have to go out. Yes, exactly. The dirt is better even the dirt is better than Bob's brownies. That is exactly correct. I know we're all going to be eating dirt soon in our retirement. Alexa, raise the temperature 1 degree. I've raised the living room by 1 degree. Thank you. Anyway, oh my God. Anyway. And he says, the IRGC says it will not tolerate any attacks on its territory, and it has targeted military bases throughout the Middle East. Oh my. Really? Jesus Christ. I am coming out there in 30 seconds to look for you. Don't even. She's funny though. She goes like to the end of the balcony and then comes back and goes for the dirt every time. I just don't really want her eating dirt, you know? Let me see what we've got to look at my defense Twitter and see what people are saying. One moment here. Defense. Oops. Hoping not another one shot down. Did an F-15 did another one get shot down or not? Iran's IRGC has taken responsibility for the widespread ballistic missile attacks on Kuwait tonight, announcing that it carried out the strikes in response to a U.S. raid on Qasem Island. Also, keep in mind, Trump already said he didn't want to hit Iran again, so Iran said, great, then we'll screw with you. Explosions in Bahrain. Second round of Iranian ballistic missiles coming down on Kuwait. Funny because I thought we destroyed the entire Iranian military. I thought Iran's missiles were completely destroyed, we were told. Remember that? And now Iran's missiles are coming down on Kuwait and Bahrain. How interesting. It's almost as if, getting the dog, by the way, it's almost as if Donald Trump lied. All right, what are you doing now? Get in there. You are seriously pissing me off. Right? Yeah, no more now. No more. Yeah, we're going on a strike now. Absolutely going on a strike now. No more Sasha going outside. Let's see here. Kuwait's air defenses are intercepting hostile missiles and enemy drone attacks. Kuwait is currently under a missile and drone attack. This was half an hour ago. Oh, God. Pentagon doubles down on hiring January 6th rioter. Oh, God. Oh, God. Washington Post. Pentagon hires convicted January 6th rioter for sensitive counterterrorism job. Jesus Christ. These people are unbelievable. Pentagon defends it. Mr. Elias Irizarry is a qualified, patriotic young professional, and we are proud to have him as a political appointee at the Department of War. Unlike Mr. Irizarry, the Washington Post does not care about national security, given its track record of low-tier reporters publishing its... Yeah, you know who doesn't care about national security? The kid who tried to violently overthrow our government. That's who doesn't care about national security. And you know who else doesn't care about national security? The acting press secretary, Joel Valdez, who would defend people who tried to violently overthrow our government. These people should all be under investigation when we take back over power. They need to be dragged their butts before Congress and testify with their high-priced lawyers until the cows come home. What a bunch of, my God. Like, honestly, somebody should make a list of these people too. So every single person, this is the guy at the Pentagon defending the domestic terrorist. Every single one of these people should be held accountable. Man, yeah, beautiful guy too. People are unfreaking. Oh, Christ is king. Of course his profile says Christ is king. These people are a freaking caricature. If they're going to promote horrific, un-American, violent things, they're going to talk about Jesus in their profile. It is literally like become a joke at this point on Twitter. I always joke about it and go, check their profile. You're going to find Jesus in there. You're absolutely going to find. No. Oh, she got scared and jumped out. She was banging on the door again. Like, no. Man, these people, they freaking picked the domestic terrorist to work at a sensitive counterterrorism job. Wow. Unbelievable yet believable. Man, God, these people, horrific, absolutely horrific. Once again, a minute ago, sirens sounding in Bahrain amid an incoming Iranian attack. Wow. Not good. Not good. So very, very bad. But Trump said, remember yesterday, Trump said, oh, no, we're negotiating. It's going very well. Funny. Doesn't seem to be going very well, does it? I don't think so. Wow. Can't believe these people. Absolutely unbelievable, these people. What is this doing? There it is. What else here? Rubio said earlier today, the war might end today or tomorrow. Or maybe we're going to have Iran blowing up the entire region tonight. That could happen too. These people don't know what the hell they're doing. Absolutely don't know what the hell they're doing. Man. Yeah, anyways, looking here, what else? Yeah. Siren sounding in Bahrain. Yeah, oh well. DOJ is investigating former Congressman George Santos for insider trading on Kalshi. Oh God. I wonder how he got insider information. And I'm surprised Trump's Department of Justice would be investigating this guy. Hang on a second. Oh. In February, 4 months after being released from prison, former Republican Congressman George Santos took to social media to express his enthusiasm about attending Trump's State of the Union. Quote, I'm going to be there for the State of the Union in the gallery, guys, Santos said in a video he posted to Twitter, a day before the president's speech. At the time, traders on Kalshi were placing millions of dollars worth of bets on who would attend. Santos's video confirming his presence sent odds soaring, but he didn't show up. He then tweets the next day, watching State of the Union from an airport TV was not part of the plan, using slang for screw my life. He posted it as Trump was speaking, making those same odds in the Kalshi market plummet. What Santos didn't say was that he had already placed bets on Kalshi that he was not going to appear at the State of the Union address. Okay, that's pretty bad. According to 3 people with direct knowledge of his trades who were not authorized to speak, he told people about it too. And he told people about it who then narked on him. They say Santos misled the public and turned a profit based on that deception in the tens of thousands of dollars. Woo! Oh, Kalshi detected Santos's trades, froze his account, and referred the case. To the Commodity Futures Trading Commission of the Department of Justice. Wow. Kalshi was the one that reported him, which both opened investigations of Santos. Wow. Santos said, "I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no," when NPR asked if he had a Kalshi account. Wow. Well, good. Okay. I'm shocked, but that's good. I'm very surprised, actually. Right? But that's very good. Wow. That's insider trading. Yeah. I mean, when you're the person involved, and then you start to, you're the person involved. Well, here's an interesting question. If you don't make any public comments, but you're the one involved, is Santos allowed to bet on whether he's going to go somewhere when he knows if he's going to go somewhere? Right? What an interesting, now how's that for an interesting question? Right? I mean, now here's the problem too. Does it matter? Here's an interesting legal problem. Does it matter if Santos makes his decision on whether to go based on the money? Meaning, if Santos says, I was going to go anyway, I might as well bet on me going because, right, I know I'm going. That's one thing. If Santos says, I wasn't going to go, but there's more money to be made if I do go, hey, no, stop. There's more money to be made if I do go, so I'm going to go and make more money. Now he's intentionally going to influence the market. I don't know. It's a very interesting question. Somebody who's sort of an expert on insider trading would have to know, but okay, you do have insider information. I don't know how it works. I don't know. We can ask ChatGPT. As we said, ChatGPT doesn't always get things right, but let's ask ChatGPT how this would work. Let's see. Hey, boyfriend, I've got a insider trading hypothetical for you to figure out for me. I want you to do a legal analysis. I want you to check up what the law is on insider trading and tell me what would happen in this scenario, okay? Let's say you've got a public figure in Washington, D.C., and the prediction markets have a bet as to whether that public figure will be attending the president's State of the Union. Let's say that public figure doesn't say anything publicly about whether he's going, but he knows whether or not he's going to the speech tomorrow, and he bets on the prediction market on whether he's going. Now, he knows he's going, so he bets on the fact that he's going, and he makes a lot of money. Is that insider trading?
That scenario is more like a classic misuse of non-public information for personal gain. In the context of a prediction market, using insider knowledge, like knowing your own plans before they're public, would typically be considered unethical and, depending on the market's rules, likely prohibited. While prediction markets are different from stock markets, regulators are increasingly scrutinizing them. So, in short, it's not insider trading in the stock sense, but it would almost certainly be breaking rules and ethical standards. Okay, but is there any law involved? I guess what you're saying is prediction markets probably have rules that say if you are involved, if you have some influence on affecting the outcome, you're not allowed to bet on the outcome, right? But that's different than saying whether you're breaking the law. You've got it. Prediction markets typically have rules banning participants from betting on outcomes they control or know in advance. That's about fair play. But as of now, U.S. law focuses insider trading on securities, stocks, bonds, etc. Prediction markets are newer, and the legal landscape around them is evolving. So unless that market's specifically regulated like a security, it's more likely a rules violation than a criminal offense.
Okay, what's interesting about this is I'm actually talking about a story about George Santos, the former Republican congressman. There's a story today that the CFTC and the Department of Justice are investigating him for that actually in his case, because he went public and claimed he was going when he really wasn't. So he sent the market in one direction, and then he bought based on the fact that he wasn't going, which was discounted at this point, and then didn't go and made a ton of money.
That makes perfect sense.
Now, is that fraud, though? I'm trying to think legally, why could they investigate him?
Yes, that's where it can cross into fraud territory.
If someone knowingly manipulates public statements to influence a market, that's deceptive conduct. Even if prediction markets aren't traditional securities, lying to profit at others' expense can trigger fraud or commodities-related charges.
But of course,
That's why the
it's not a
CFTC
commodity though. So how does the CFTC get involved?
The CFTC actually oversees some prediction markets, especially if they're tied to events that resemble commodities or economic outcomes. Even events-based contracts can fall under their jurisdiction if the market structure meets certain criteria. So if there's manipulation, they can investigate even if it's not a traditional commodity.
Okay, interesting. I mean, if that's correct, again, you never know with ChatGPT. If that's correct, that's interesting. Huh. Very interesting. All right. No, sometimes it's, I mean, again, ChatGPT, you never know. Sometimes like that was it. That was an I don't know if that's a correct analysis. It was an interesting analysis. Not always 100% sure. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say CFTC under Trump is probably being reduced because God forbid Trump doesn't want a government body out there stopping you from insider trading. Please, you know. Okay, that's interesting. James says it would be the same as sports star throwing a game and betting against himself. Yeah. But again, I'm not sure what the law is dealing with that. I don't know what that law would be. Maybe it's fraud laws. I don't know. Like I'm just not sure what the law would be. You know. Oh, 9 eggs for pancake batter. I'm laughing. Somebody said their 14-year-old nephew was visiting, wanted to surprise them, and made pancakes. Weren't too bad, but they felt off. Turns out she used 9 eggs for the batter because they looked small. Right. No, it depends how many you were making, right? But I'm guessing pancake batter, maybe if for several of you is 4 eggs, probably, maybe 5. 5 would be a lot. 9 would be insane, unless you're like the Brady Bunch. Yeah, anyway, I'm not sure how it would be. Yeah, like what the law would be on those things. Very interesting, though. Anyway. All right, guys. We're already at 7:16. Pancakes versus French toast. Yeah, I like both. They're different. I like French toast a lot, actually. Growing up, I didn't like it as much. Now I like French toast a lot. Anyway. All right, guys. Oh, I'm going to go. Oh, man. Yeah, Team French toast. I do like pancakes. Actually, I told you the sourdough pancakes are actually quite good, but I do love French. I kind of love French toast. I have to look at sourdough French toast. That's an idea. That's an idea whose time has come. I'll have to try that. Anyway, guys. All right. Have a good evening. I will see you guys tomorrow back at 6 o'clock Eastern time, mañana. The sun's kind of coming in and hitting you guys there. You all, I mean, on TikTok. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody. I am not married, Sonia, but I'm definitely not your guy. Single, but looking for a man. All right, guys. I will see you. Have a good night. Discord, start with you guys. Thank you. Oops. Where is this? Hang on. Discord. There we go. Boom. All right. YouTube and Substack and Instagram and Facebook. You guys have a good night. TikTok, you're